GG.
Also,
Or
we talk about
Briar.
the epitome of motherhood right now, holding a baby and drinking a beer.
It's amazing.
Hello, friends.
Hello. How goes it? Gotcha.
But like we can respond in chat to them or something. Like if we want to like
Well,
talk to them.
Yeah, so we're going to start just, before we get into my spiel and we really get the campaign kind of started, I want to talk a little bit through characters. We're going to go over kind of who you are, a little bit of your background, maybe some big kind of personality traits. This is a cooperative campaign, so even if your character's like, I hate everyone, please don't hate the people we're playing with, because that's inconvenient for me. Nags, do you want to start us off?
Can everybody...
Yes.
Yes.
Is it echo?
10-4.
No.
No.
Is it echoing for
I
you?
heard myself twice. I just wanted to make sure. Because I forgot to add an input source for me, because I had the one for Discord so they could hear all of you guys. But not me.
Nice.
Now. Alright, so do you want me to explain myself or my character or both? Because most of the people watching already...
Let's do both just to kind of get in the habit of it, and then if anyone is like logging in at a later date and wants to watch everything from the get-go. This is gonna get popular, are you kidding me? We're the next like Matt Mercer, NADPod, Adventure Zone.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So if you guys don't know,
Look.
I'm Sleepy Bear Games. This is my channel. There's like 3 or 4 more of us that usually stream on this channel. My specific name when I'm outside the channel is Nags. You can call me that or Sleepy, whatever you want to call me. A little bit about myself. I'm married to the redhead up there with the baby, not the other redhead.
So there's
just
2
wanna make sure it's
redheads.
clear.
Sorry, Sleepy. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. But I think, do you have the thing that like adjusts the volume on your Discord?
A little quiet. Okay.
Well, no, it says it keeps modulating the volume. So I don't know if that means
I don't know what that means.
you know what I mean? Like is your Discord call like a trying to get rid of background noise?
I don't know. I just have
you
it
know what I'm
going. I
talking
have it
about?
all going through the headphones. So everything that I hear, they should be hearing.
Avian said he's good, just a little
I
quiet.
turned myself up. It looked like I was redlining a few times, so I turned it down. But I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. They can hear us,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. See.
Avian said sounds good for him,
good.
so. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for the sound checks,
Yeah.
guys.
A little bit about myself. I guess I work at a sprinkler company. I design sprinklers. If that's important or relevant, I don't know. I am now a new father, if you couldn't tell by the big bald baby that looks like me and the other person in the corner if she didn't have hair. Look at the resemblance!
Attack of the babies!
Look at the resemblance.
Oh my! It's literally Nag's miniatures. So funny.
She is 6 weeks old as 17 hours from now?
She'll be 7. Yeah.
Yep. Nailed it.
Tomorrow.
A little bit about my D&D self. I've been playing for almost 6 years, give or take, on and off. I've gotten to really like it. I didn't really like it the first time we played because I didn't understand it. We use Pathfinder rules, and I do not like them because there's too many rules, and it's crazy. But ever since we started using D&D Beyond, I'm a little bit happier because it's less stuff to do. And the internet does it for you most of the time. But I still love a good in-person session. They're fun. Usually I play characters that are just like myself. So I try not to be evil, but sometimes I like to be evil. And that's it, I'm done. Oh, and my character
Or
this time,
Your character.
I am playing a...
Yeah, the whole point was to introduce the character.
I am
Gruber.
playing a grung.
Not
I am
yourself.
playing.
No one cares
I am
about you.
playing a grung, which in D&D world is a anthropomorphic frog or zode, whatever you want to say. Partially brought on to the fact that GigI is scared of them, so I thought it would be funny to do it. I thought it would be funny to do it virtually because I always send her pictures of frogs outside of our house.
Yep. Thank you for that.
A little bit about him.
Appreciate it.
Is that he has a Napoleon complex, which is even funnier if you've ever watched Ninja Turtles, because they have a bunch of frogs and they're named Napoleon's one of them. So when he gets angry, he likes to grow in size, but it's not as big as he thinks it is. So he grows like a little bit, but not like as big as he thinks. You know, like, he doesn't get Hulk size, but he thinks he's Hulk size.
He just sort of croaks
Yes,
up.
yes. Since he's a barbarian. Never played one of those before. I thought I'd try it out. This would be the perfect time.
Let me tell you, barbarians are a lot of
I
fun.
can't wait. I just get to go in there and start swinging. I'm like, yes.
Fuck shit up.
Exactly. So his elder had sent him away because he gets angry too much and he wants him to calm down because he's supposed to be the protector of their village. And to be fair, he is bigger than all of the other ones there. So that's why he thinks he's so big. And that's kind of it. I don't know what his intentions are besides not being so angry all the time. Or at least have it controlled, you know what I mean? And I'm done.
Perfect. Who would like to go next? Actually, I'm gonna call out Daisy. Daisy, you get to go next.
All right.
And then we'll do Gigi and Berzer, and then I will introduce myself and kick off our campaign.
All right. Well, howdy, y'all. I'm Daisy K. Meadows, and this is Juniper. So this is my second time playing D&D. The first time was in person with these four at our house, and it was so much fun. So we wanted to do a full campaign online and flesh out characters. So my character's name is Sirena Silverfin. I am a mermaid, and my backstory is basically that I was madly in love with this other mermaid named Coral, and she was kidnapped by pirates. And when I went to go save her, I found out that she decided to stay with the pirates and married the captain. So based on that, I became an angry bitch and decided to destroy love no matter who it was, and try to use my siren powers to lure lovers apart and break them up, essentially. Another fun little thing with my character is that I made a pact with a sea witch, and I sacrificed a fragment of my soul in exchange for, you know, being able to sing and lure sailors in and all that good stuff. But I also have a little familiar who's like an octopus, and her name is Inky. And whenever she needs to be fed, she has to literally, you know, suck on me, and I lose, what's it called? I roll at a disadvantage temporarily when she's feeding off of me, and then afterwards I get a temporary advantage. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. So this little succubus right here. And that's the gist of my story.
Love it. I like the
I'm
sequence.
thrilled. Okay, that is Sirena, aka Daisy. Gigi, kick it off.
Okay, so my character. So first of all, D&D. I have also only done this one time, and don't remember a lot. So this is gonna be interesting, but we're gonna try. So my character's name is Briar Shadowleaf, and basically she was born. So she's half elf, half human. And when she was 10 years old, my mom was basically killed right in front of me by these slave traders, and they took me into slavery. And during that time, I observed them and learned how to wield a knife, and basically waited until I was strong enough. and then just basically assassinated all of them. And then after I did that, I vowed to steal from anyone that would own other people, and basically was like, fuck everyone. If you're going to own other people, you're going to die. So I kind of have a savior complex in a way. I want to save other people, and I also want to avenge my mother. So that's kind of about me. And then I'm very like observant. That's kind of how I learned to be super strong and be able to take over all the captors. I used to sing with my mother when I was a girl. So sometimes, like when I'm trying to calm myself and be able to shoot someone with my bow and arrow, I'll kind of hum this song that I used to sing with my mom from the Woodland Elves, and that kind of helps me calm down, and then it helps me shoot better. And I guess that's it for now. So.
Oh.
All right, thank you so much, Gigi. All right, Berzer.
All right. So, starting out with a bit of an introduction for those out in digital land. Howdy, my name is Berzer. I am our lovely DM's not so lovely husband.
No, you're so sweet. Compliments will keep you from killing you.
Those keen-eyed viewers will also notice that my handle is in place of my character name on my portrait, and that is because I did a naughty, I did a bad. I was not fully prepared for tonight. So all of my character information was finalized very shortly before we started today. So everybody gets to see this for the first time.
Nice.
My character is Glim Garrick. He is a male rock gnome.
Nice.
And a warlock, though we're not sure what of yet.
Intentionally, not just because we haven't figured it. It's part of the story.
Yeah, this is part of the mystique.
Nice.
Glim is an enterprising fellow, living out on,
No.
well, I can't say that, but,
Generic character details.
Ted. Basically, he's a fellow that lives in the area, looking to spruce things up where he lives. While he was doing that, he got a contract for support from a mysterious benefactor, and now he's got magic. And now he's got more magical powers than he got from basically being a hermit.
Time out. And I want to interrupt, but I want to
How do I turn off the Discord settings?
I want to connect the last campaign to this one. Is that the same character that you played at the first time we did this? That game?
No.
No, I meant
I was wondering actually.
Was he the benefactor that gave you this thing to do? That's what I was saying, not the same character.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
It would be funny.
He was very good at that character, to be fair.
All right, time back in. Floor's all yours.
That will be discussed. Yeah, and also one last meta thing. I tend to do voices for characters. Everybody here at the table has heard me do that before in our last campaign, session. Because I like to do voices, and because my preparation ended up rather shortly before starting, I'll probably be finding my voice for the first session or two. So be advised and be forewarned that I might break out into gnome speak.
I'm excited to hear what gnome speak is.
I am also excited to hear what gnome speak is, although excited and concerned might be synonymous.
She's still scarred from the time that I was the peppermint pirate.
Okay, it was a very, very good voice.
Pepper pirate?
Peppermint.
Peppermint
Yes.
pirate.
Oh.
We were in
oh.
Candyland.
Oh god.
Yeah, we did a Candyland campaign, and he was a peppermint pirate, and it was great. It's just that after the campaign ended, the voice did not for a while.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
But
Oh
it
my
was very good. It
God,
was a very good
Daisy!
voice.
Oh my god, that's great.
Also, I would like to highlight Alone in the Corner, the fact that you are basically a hermit. Yeah, you get magic powers now. I grant them to you as the DM. You're welcome.
I can't do little emotes, but I did add sounds to our Discord. Like, hey, look,
Perfect.
we found an item.
Oh my
That's
god.
awesome.
I love
Or
this.
someone dies.
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm proud of you, actually.
I can
for
do
doing
stuff
that.
when it's easy.
I like that. I really hope y'all don't. We have a full campaign, so like, please hold off on
Well,
death. at
if
least
I
for
die, I
some-
just want to say this.
Lick, lick, lick my balls!
Oh my god. I'm so lucky.
Did I just break Berser?
That happens.
That's amazing.
With all of our character introductions.
Oh, I forgot to tell everybody my
to
name,
wrap
by the way.
up-
My character's name is Rash. It's an homage to Battletoads.
Rash?
If you guys don't know what that is, it's one of the greatest and hardest Nintendo games ever made.
What? You're saying the giant buff frog is a reference to Battletoads? I never would have guessed.
I figured that you would know what that was, but I'm not sure everybody else did.
Yeah, no idea.
Berser, how do you spell your character's name? Just curious.
Was it
Glim?
Glim?
It's Glim, Glim.
Glim.
Garrick. Well, you don't need the last name if you're putting it on the stream, but
Yeah.
Lim?
Garreck is the last name.
Just need the first.
How does everything else look? Like, I know the it's not perfect. Yeah, it's close enough. Berser, can you do me a favor? Can you roll something?
Roll something? Oh, roll something.
Yeah, I just want to
got
see
it.
if it works.
All right, let's
And Daisy, can
see.
you do the same thing?
I do want to point out one more thing about my character, just because I think it's important. I befriended a slave from the Triton race when I was captured as a child, and I did learn their language Primordial, and then that girl was killed by the slave traders not long after. And that may or may not be the same race as Daisy's character.
Whoop whoop.
Okay, perfect.
And I don't trust like anyone, so that might help with bridging some trust. So that's all.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just FYI, do you have Common as one of your languages, or are you just in Primordial?
No. I know that as well. No, I also know.
Oh,
Common.
okay,
Yeah.
great. I thought for a moment Daisy didn't have Common, and I was like,
I noticed the same thing
No.
about Rash and was equally concerned.
Did I not have comment on there? Son of a bitch.
Nope, you have Grung and Underpump.
Oh, I think
I
know
am
Common.
assuming everyone's got Common because I'm not playing this.
I think I clicked undercommon by accident. My bad. Yeah, it's.
Good job.
I'm just normal common. How about that?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Well, giving a quick introduction to myself, my name is ManicMayhem, but you can call me Mayhem for short. I am what I would affectionately refer to as a perma DM. I run a couple different campaigns. My favorite settings are D&D 5th edition and Call of Cthulhu, which maybe after this campaign wraps, I can convince Nags and the crew to play a Call of Cthulhu campaign with me, although beware.
Okay.
Look, Call of Cthulhu has a built-in mechanic for going insane, so like
Ooh.
it's fun. It's fun to play with. Shout out actually to the group of Baptist pastors we play Call of Cthulhu with. They're a great crew.
Nice.
I wish that was like a metaphor of some sort, but no, like it's just we do.
But it's not.
I have created a campaign that I expect will take us about 4 to 6 2-hour-ish sessions. I've got about an hour of stuff planned for this session because we had about a half hour of character introduction, and we'll see where it goes. For context, for anyone watching, these players do not know what I have concocted for them. They don't know the setting, they don't know the world they in. Well, my husband knows a little bit because I had to speak with him, but
I know the
they don't
character.
know what they're doing, so all of their reactions to things are going to be brand new.
Genuine.
And genuine. How we're going to kick this off is I am going to give you a description of what's going on. Then I'm going to give a like meta kind of big picture of like the big overarch of the campaign, and then we're going to hop into it. Any questions? Yeah. Nags, thank you for raising your hand.
I have one. Since we're trying to make this like more chat friendly, so they get to be involved in the story and stuff.
Yeah.
So on my Twitch channel, I do have points that they can redeem to add roll die to either to any one of us or to your roll to negatively or positively affect that outcome. But they have to spend their channel points to do so, and I wanted to make sure it was okay for you before they started doing it.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Although, I will have to say that if I might have situations where I overwrite the chat.
That's fine, because I can give them
I can
give them the points back and tell them to use it at a later time.
Perfect. That works great. But for the most part, that should be fine. But like, if it's like a particularly important plot role, then unfortunately, I might have to overwrite it.
It's freaking out.
That was my
Oh, it
fault.
was
We're
your
freaking
fault.
out.
I was like,
Oh, no.
I thought I did something wrong.
Oh.
I added a picture for Glenn.
Oh,
and forgot
he
to put
looks
transparent
great.
Background.
Oh no, what did you do?
It's my fault. I forgot to do transparent background. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh no.
Upload. There we go.
Alone in the corner, we will not know if Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the big bag of the campaign. I can't reveal that session 1.
There you go.
I just love that we both have an orange cat. That makes me happy.
This is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She will continue to make appearances. She is purring right now. I'm not sure if you can hear her or not. Okay, sweetheart, you cannot eat the dice. Go down.
So cute.
But the dice look like candy. Shouldn't they taste like candy?
No. Okay. Any other
No,
before we get into it?
not currently.
Okay, great.
We're good. June is not having it.
She totally took
That's
a
okay.
shit.
She's valid. Anything Juniper says goes.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, she pooed.
That's good.
Oh no.
Yeah, she didn't poo for like 3 days. So this is good.
Oh my goodness.
do I need to wait for you to change a diaper before I start monologuing, or shall I begin?
Probably.
Let me mute myself real quick, and then I'll listen, at least.
A crunching echoes through the sky. Ground rumbles around you, and the world shakes and cracks as the clouds that roll on the edge of the horizon move just that much closer. Once a land of wonder and whimsy, this mystical island of Nevermore Hollow, an island buried in time, is now unraveled. Consumed by the encroaching darkness that threatens to erase the very fabric of the land, the magic is fading. The landscape itself is becoming fragmented, with chunks of island being ripped into the air, hanging precariously. Surrounded by storm clouds. As the realm descends into chaos, diverse factions vie for control of the remaining magic, desperate to save their home or exploit its final remnants. Welcome to the land of Nevermore Hollow. You'll notice some of the campaign settings here are going to sound a little bit familiar because this is heavily inspired by Neverland. We are doing a apocalyptic fantasy Neverland story here, and you all are residents of the island, which is dying. As detailed in the opening descriptor, over about the last 5 years, the land and the island itself has become unstable. What used to be clear, ever-expanding horizons that just drifted off into ocean or space are now being encroached upon by dark storm clouds that at first were just kind of like a dark line on the horizon, not anything to worry about or see, but they continuously get closer. And you notice as they get closer, pieces of the island become more fragile, more unstable. And parts of the island that you view as a comforting whole, as mentioned, are floating into the sky. And are falling and running precariously. So careful where you step and watch the sky for any falling rocks, islands, trees, lakes, or possibly even creatures that got sucked up into the sky. We've got some very familiar setting points that I'm going to tell you just from the get-go because you are all residents, and so you would all know these points. We've got our classic Skull Rock.
She meant the
I don't know.
1900s.
It's all like
Oh, okay.
before I was born.
All right,
So
just make sure. All right, it should be back on. Yeah.
Did you update it
Yeah,
at
I
all?
changed it. Okay, should be good.
We're back.
We're back.
Are we back?
Hello.
It said that we ended at me listing some of the locations that these guys might be familiar with. We have Skull Island, Crocodile Creek, Cannibal Cove. However, these are not, while the names might be the same, these are not the places from the movie or even from your character's memory. Things have changed a lot in the last 5 years, and so the places that you'll be going to in this campaign, I'll be describing as brand new for you because functionally they are. The island has been so warped with this drain of magic that things will be completely new and familiar to your characters, even though they are longtime residents of Nevermore Hollow. As Nag had a very great question off camera that I will repeat/answer now that the stream is back up. While this is inspired by the land of Neverland and Peter Pan, it's not going to have the same characters, it's not going to have the same story plot. This is original story that is inspired by the setting, not the plot or the characters. So throw away your Peter Pan. Any questions?
I think I'm good.
Can I fly with
also,
Faith Dust and Pixie Dust?
Since we're recording this, I don't actually have to take notes because I'm really bad at that. That's one thing that I don't do.
Okay, perfect.
I know it's two things. I know it's something that they won't do. because they don't know that they're too new. So it's either between me and Berzer taking notes, and I suck at it. So
I could take notes. Maybe.
I want you to just.
You can try.
Yeah, please, don't, you can try.
All right, I'll get my notebook out. Mayor.
Alone in the corner says truth is you're right, and that is correct. I know I'm related to him, and I
cannot read or write. I couldn't even read what you said.
There you go. Okay. Without further ado, session 1. Nestled within the lush, untamed wilderness of Nevermore Hollow, Cannibal Cove is a hidden inlet surrounded by towering cliffs of dense foliage, where the air is thick with the scent of salt and the sounds of the ocean crashing against the rocks. The first thing that strikes you when you enter Cannibal Cove is the vibrant palette of colors that paint the landscape. The turquoise waters shimmer under golden rays of sun, and the sandy beaches dotted with smooth, colorful pebbles and seashells, each telling a story of the seas. The cliffs rise majestically on either side, though they're craggly and jagged more than you remember from your childhoods. The surfaces of the cliffs are adorned with creeping vines and wildflowers that some are blooming in a variety of riot colors, creating a breathtaking contrast against the rugged stone. And some are wilted and dead, molding and rotting in their place buried among the cliffs. As residents of the land, you know that the cove itself is a sanctuary of secrets, where the whispers of the wind seem to carry tales of adventure and danger. The gentle lapping of the waves creates a soothing melody, but beneath the surface is an air of mystery. The water is deep and dark, concealing unknown depths that could hold both treasures and terrors beyond your wildest imaginations. Occasionally, the surface is broken by the playful and definitely not sinister splashes of mermaids, or the curious glances of sea creatures, adding to the enchantment and terror of the place. You stumble upon the remnants of an ancient shipwreck, weathered timbers half buried in the sand, telling tales of survivors once braved the treacherous waters. Cove is also rumored to be a gathering place for the Lost Boys and other inhabitants of Nevermore, where they share stories around a crackling fire, their laughter echoing for generations against the cliffs. The name Cannibal carries with it a sense of whimsy and foreboding. Legends speak of fierce tribes that once roamed the shores, their presence felt in the shadows that dance along the cliffs at twilight. The air is with the weight of history and story, coming from those who came long before, lingering like ghosts, reminding all that visit that adventure often walks hand in hand in danger. You are all uncomfortable. Your hands are tied behind your back to a long pole that sits in the middle of something you don't have visibility on, because even when you open your eyes, it is dark. Too dark. Some of you might question how dark it is. Roll me a perception or intelligence check, whatever you think your character would prefer here. Would they be trying to discover why it's dark, or would they just be trying to figure out if, they can't see anything because their eyeballs have fallen out of their head? If it's the latter, it's intelligence. If it's the former, give me
I ain't smart.
Obligatory eye of dark vision.
Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Fantastic. You still cannot see.
Son of a biscuit!
Interesting. How do I roll where do I go
Alright,
exactly on this?
So you know where all your actions are, right? It's right above the initiative that I showed you earlier. Right to the left of that is all your skills. Just scroll down until you see perception, and then click on it, and it should pop up on the screen like mine did.
So just click on
Yep.
it?
Oh, our first nat 20!
Yeah!
Wow.
So do
Our
I
first roll of the campaign. Our first
Wow,
nat-
somebody did nat 20? Who
It
did?
was me.
Oh my
I did the thing.
god! That's
Did
amazing.
my roll
It did.
show up?
Where do I roll though? I clicked.
All right, so click on.
clicked
Well, I'm just gonna do this
perception.
one for fun. So all you gotta do is click on the number,
Oh, click
Yeah.
on the number. Oh.
and you should see your dice pop up. And then there. Oh, son of a bitch!
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
You guys are the.
Was that also? What was that? Was that also
Yes.
nat 20?
It was a 25.
You guys are the same. Fuck off.
We the same.
Does same. Does same.
Now, question for Mayhem.
Yeah.
So I currently have a succubus on me.
Oh, perfect.
So does
Is
this
she-
immediately go into effect?
I mean, is she actively
Yes.
If she-
succumbing?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then yeah, you're gonna roll a second time, and we're gonna take disadvantage, and you're gonna take the.
Yeah, so you have to take the
the
lower
lower
roll.
score.
So if you don't get another nat 20, you don't get a nat 20.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
snap.
Oh wait, where was it? It was perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
How much of it?
Right, going back live.
Not seeing. Well, I'm seeing. I don't know what I'm seeing on
It's
Twitch.
perfect now. It's back up.
I don't think I
perfect
see
now.
you.
Like,
I
it's
also don't
perfect
see
for
you.
now.
No, I'm not seeing.
You guys are.
It showed up
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
mine.
Live?
Just refresh it.
You might have to refresh.
Yeah, you always have to refresh after it dies. This is the world that we live in. It happens all the time. It's only for smaller streamers, I've noticed.
Got it. Okay.
I blame the succubus.
All
Just
right,
a
we
new
back.
reason for everybody in chat to tell their friends and get the last 95 followers till we hit the 1,000 follower goal.
Because I'm still going to hold my friend Ray to that. He's got to dress up in the cloud dress from Final Fantasy VII. I don't care if he's going to be a dad soon or not. He's wearing that shit.
I love it. So we were just remembering that our first nat 20 of the game must be re-rolled on disadvantage. And so womp womp.
Motherfucker,
Would
quite
everyone
liberally.
else read out their rolls to me as well? I recognize we're rolling on D20, but also I'm monitoring 4 different
Me
screens.
too.
So would you?
All right, 15 for me.
15. This is
14.
DC 10. So. FYI.
25.
Nice.
And that was a nat 20. That was a nat 22.
It was a nat 20 plus 5. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Glim.
Glim Garrick has rolled an 8.
Oh well. Okay.
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
So because Steven is good at this and he knows what to do, and the majority of people have rolled successfully, I'm gonna read it out loud. But just so the chat knows, if like one person succeeds and one person doesn't, I'm going to message them what is happening privately, and they will respond accordingly. You recognize that you are blindfolded. You hear the ocean like crashing around you, and you can occasionally feel like a spray kind of hit the side of your body and wet your feet and hands. So you have to imagine that you are blindfolded on a boat of some sort. Glim, I'm pretty sure with an 8, you just think that like the sun decided to stay asleep today, and it's just.
I must have had a. Nope, that's not right either. I'll figure it out later.
Oh, he'll figure it out
had
when
a,
we're gonna.
night last night. Whoa. I'm still swaying.
Can so we can't see. Can we feel anything?
Your hands are tied behind your back with something that feels kind of sharp and rough. You imagine that it's rope. I'm not going to make you roll a perception for that one.
I meant, can I feel
you
anybody
also
next
feel
to
the
me?
hands tied around.
Like, are we?
Yeah.
Are we in
Yes,
close-
you can feel. Yeah, you feel people. You're touching arm to arm. You all are kind of like piled.
It should be.
It should be as good as
Even
should
like
be good as I can get it. Like I can't help that. Oops. Yeah, you guys don't want to see that, do you?
Hold on.
Wrong screen.
Wait, what did you do?
I opened up my tab that was showing the map, and it
Oh.
flipped to the new tab.
Okay,
I even-
we're back. We
For now.
Never mind.
Rash. Yeah, Rash has just asked if
Where am I?
can feel anyone, and the answer is yes. You're kind of tied and sitting around this pole 1, 2, 3, 4 in a back to back and end to end, and you can feel each other's shoulders as you're pressed up against each other.
What? Who are you people? What are you doing in my house?
I feel water? What is this? Where am I?
Can we feel the boat?
How did I get here with you folks?
You can feel kind of the rocking of the boat, and you feel the occasional splash of salt water hit you.
Feels like we're in the ocean.
With a
Sorry.
frog of all things.
Silence, ye cowardly knaves! We'll get to the bottom of this, mark my words. If any of ye know about the whereabouts of my cargo, now be the time to speak up and save yourself from the wrath of a pirate scorned. You
Oh,
hear
great,
this
a pirate.
voice yell at you.
Did you say that out loud, Daisy?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
Just if you say something, you gotta make sure that you know that you're saying something, because she will react to it. FYI.
I will react to it. You can hear murmurs of a round of voices in the background, so you can imagine that this voice that you hear that's speaking to you directly is not the only one in the area.
Alright.
Psst. Other people tied around this thing. How did we all get here?
What in blazes are you talking about?
Apparently the guy. Apparently the guy next to.
Anyone want to roll me a?
Yeah, hold on. I will. I was gonna roll something.
Oh, sorry, Ned.
Apparently the guy next to us thinks he's been off on a bender for a long time. Ribbit. I'm gonna try to roll a history to see if I know how long we've been there. Nope, I have no idea. I rolled a 1. Not a nat 1. I just
Sounds
rolled a
good.
1.
Okay. You don't. Shockingly, you remember jack shit.
It sounds like something that I would do.
Can I try to roll
You
a
can do
history?
whatever you want. Just tell her what
Absolutely.
you want to do.
Yeah. 100%. I'm pretty. While you're rolling, I'm pretty sure that with a 1,
16.
you might have short-term memory loss, my guy. This might be part of the
That's
campaign
fine.
now.
But hey, I just want to make
I
sure
rolled a
you know
16.
again. It wasn't a natural 1. I rolled a 2, and I have a -1 in my wisdom. So
Lots of
Yeah, you're not gonna die from lack of
I know.
memory.
I just want to make sure that you are understanding that it wasn't a natural 1. Way worse.
Okay.
Wait,
Anyone,
we're roll-
anyone else want to roll a history or just
Sure, I'll
just
roll a
right
history.
higher?
If he rolls a nat 20 on his
Hey,
history, please please tell him what his house looks like.
I rolled a 22.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, is that a nat 20 or not?
That is a 17 plus 5.
Okay. I am typing things out for people. Actually, this is taking too long and we're on stream, so I'm going to tell people.
Yeah,
You don't have to-
don't worry.
Fair enough.
Just so you guys know, if she tells you something and we're not supposed to know, just act like you don't know what it is. That's
Act
Yeah.
like you
That's
know.
fair. That's totally fair. Yeah.
For everyone who didn't roll a 2 on this,
What if I didn't roll anything yet?
then you wouldn't know, but you're welcome to try to roll just to see what you get.
I was gonna say, would I be able to use my siren song to get the pirate captain to tell me information?
you don't know where he is yet.
Yeah, you can definitely try.
Well,
That
there you
is
go.
that is a scary phrase.
What
You
would I
should be
roll?
scared of the
Yeah,
scary
you can
phrase.
try.
What you're going to do, I'm pretty sure it's a charisma-based roll, but I don't have it in front of me. Let me pull up your character sheets. Would you describe for the chat and also the DM how your siren song works? You should have like, was this a mechanic or was this a
All
character?
right, so
I think it was a character.
so go into features and traits.
Features and
Find
traits.
sirens.
You are a bard,
Find
right?
siren song.
Yes. I don't think that was like an actual thing, was it?
It's either in features and traits or it's in spells. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure this was a custom like homebrew feature. So here's what I'm gonna say how it works for now. You're going to describe to me what happens, like how you're communicating.
No, tell her to
with
fucking sing.
this pirate captain.
Is it
You
charm
have to
person?
sing.
Yeah, I mean it's a siren song, so
You have to sing.
kinda. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use your like classic bard stats, and so I'm gonna have you roll me a charisma check, and I'm gonna set a DC, and you're gonna beat it.
I don't have charisma on here.
Yeah, you do.
You do. It's gonna be like on
It
the
should be
longer
on your
list.
big character sheet. It's like on the left in these like big boxes.
There's like a bunch of them like in a row, like going down.
I don't see charisma on there.
It's
I see performance, persuasion.
no. She's
Insight,
that's on the top, baby. So like if you look,
Oh
That's
yeah.
fine.
it's-
Yeah.
Oh, the top.
Yeah,
It's-
but you can roll me a
yeah,
performance.
you can do that too, which is
You can roll me a
is
performance.
also-
that's fine.
Performance?
which is also a charisma based stat.
Okay.
So it should be the same modifier regardless.
Okay, so... Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so first describe
that?
to me what you're doing, how you're interacting with the pirate, and I would like to let you know this is a fairly high DC, so I'm setting it at a DC.
So I need to sing a siren song, essentially?
If you
I just want you to know what she rolled.
fuck.
She rolled a 1.
But I had +4.
Doesn't matter.
are you
Okay.
still being drained?
Yes, well, actually, no. Technically, I'm not right now. She stopped for a
Oh,
second.
good. Then you do have
you're
advantage.
welcome. You get to roll again.
So
You get to roll again and take the
I
higher
really
number.
wanted her to sing a really bad song though. Like it had to be like horrible.
All right. 12.
Okay,
Better.
that still is not going to pass, but go ahead.
All right. Tell me, pirate scum, how did I get here? Where did you come from?
It's great.
I think he just stomps near you, like, damn, and just goes, "Quiet, ye wench! Let this be a lesson to all who dare defy ye. The seas may be treacherous, but there be no challenge too great for the crew of this ship, and mark my words, we'll have our treasure back, or heads will roll." For those of us who passed the history check, which I think is who passed? Lim and Briar passed the history check?
Yeah.
Got it. Everything went right back to where it was. I just had to switch.
Thank God.
I just had to switch which monitor where it had the stuff on it.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead.
Yeah, it should be good now.
Did you go live?
Yep.
Yes, we are live.
We're doing the clap
Okay.
thing?
1, 2, 3.
Clap.
Wow. I think there's a delay. Fail. Okay.
Okay, we are back, and I'm pretty sure Daisy just got yelled at by a pirate.
Yes.
Yes.
Didn't really learn that much information, except they're looking for treasure.
But I would like to say that I do observe that the person next to me just did the siren song, and I think to myself, oh, I think this might be like that girl I used to know when I was a little girl,
Okay.
and I might want to communicate with her in the
Keep
other
going.
language
I gotta get
at some point.
I'm gonna be right back.
Bro. Notice and okay. No, character relation noted. You start to hear the like clamoring of feet, and you hear an echo on this like wooden ship. Someone who's familiar with, like, I don't know, oceans and shippery. If you want to roll me like an investigation or a perception to get more details about what the like or the number of people, you're welcome to do that. Or I can just move on in description.
Would I be able to roll an investigation? Have I gotten over my inability to understand what a blindfold is yet?
I don't think so, but you can roll an investigation. It'll just, I think actually let's handle this with a disadvantage since you are blindfolded and don't know what's going on.
All right.
But if you're using your like ears to listen, that's not going to impact your blindfold. Unless gnomes are just built different, in which case I'm concerned.
I don't think we're quite built that different.
You should.
Though, as a reminder, Glimgary, just for everybody's mental image, Glimgaric is 3'2" and weighs 40 pounds.
Thank you, boy.
Yeah.
Got it.
I might be outing myself here, but Glimgaric is 3 foot, so he comes out to about my like mid arm. Is where he's at.
Oh, don't worry.
That's
Nice.
I'm only like 4.5 feet, so.
Glim comes up to about on your body where you come up to on mine.
Exactly. Yep, you got it.
Love it. I have to imagine that like Rash looks at Glim and goes, "Ah, a human. I'm almost as big as a human. I'm huge."
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
So
Wait,
all right.
hold on. How big is Rash again? Let me look at his sheet.
I shouldn't be that tall. Like
No,
4.
I think
4 foot
actually I think
something.
Rash would be slightly bigger than
Yeah, I think
Glim.
he's just a little bigger.
Yeah.
I think I'm 5'9". I think that's what I put. Yeah.
Did I put a height? Do I have a tail height versus a legs height?
Are you?
Tritons are typically they're just legged. They are not tailed, but for the purposes of our campaign, essentially what I'm going to say is that your swimming buff, which Tritons get, you have a faster move speed in the water, is essentially mermaid rules, H2O rules. If you get wet, your legs become tail. If dry, like your legs.
So
Nice.
currently I'm tailed because we're getting misted on.
Yeah, you're getting
Makes
splashed. So
sense.
All right. So what did I miss? Or can we see now? Or are we still blindfolded?
We're still blindfolded.
still blindfolded. I was encouraging people to roll some type of investigation or perception to maybe get a little bit.
Can I hear people around me is what I was getting at.
Oh yeah, no, you can hear. So, that's what you missed. Is that you can hear these like echoing chorus of footsteps that rattle kind of against the wood of the ship, and it might be worth an investigation to try to figure out how many are there, what side of you are they on, what is the status or condition of the ship, like things like that.
I rolled a 12. I want to see if I can pretend to know how far they are away, if they're in a different room or something, and maybe how many there are.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
I also rolled investigation, and I got an 11 after disadvantage.
I got an 18.
On investigation? Perfect.
Yeah.
I also got an 18.
Oh.
Okay. So here's
Same.
the collective results of the investigation. You hear about 4 sets of footsteps echoing around on the ship, and for the people who are more familiar with ships, you recognize they shouldn't be echoing as much, right? Like, we are in wide open spaces, you've got the ocean around you, there's typically tons of stuff on board a ship, so the fact that you can hear where these footsteps are kind of echoing from is abnormal, and you're not really sure why that would be happening at this point, but it does kind of set you on guard that these are not the typical sounds of like average ship work. Ship noises or crew noises. Aside from the 4 sets of footsteps that you can hear, you also know specifically Sirena, from where like there was a heavy boot step by you after your attempt at siren songing, who you assume is the captain. There's one additional person near you. It doesn't seem like he's moved, and you can still kind of feel that presence, like right, kind of looming over top of you. It probably would not be a great idea to piss this guy off. Just saying.
He's a level
Noted.
20 dragon. She might have said something about earlier.
The other crew members, piss them off. That's fine. This guy, maybe not so much. As you're listening
Or the crew,
to these,
or the captain will whine like that.
yeah. He'll hit you with D20 psychic damage, crying mode. It'll be fine.
You won't sleep for hours until you feed
You
him.
won't sleep for hours. You'll be sleep deprived. Disadvantage on all your rolls.
Nice.
No, as you hear the like crew members, as you hear the crew members moving around, you hear them kind of muttering to themselves angrily about like this shipment being lost, and the captain thinks he can just order us around and do whatever, but we're the ones running this ship. And you just kind of hear these angry muttering.
Okay. So that's what we got from the investigation. Then?
That's what you got from the investigation.
How tight are my binds?
They are not tight enough that you can't like move your hands at all. There's some wiggle room, but it's not like you can like pull them apart. I'm gonna say you got like an inch maybe of wiggle room. Not more than that. However, if someone wants to roll me like a strength to see if you can break out of them, or something to see if you can like what's the right word? Sleight of hand, like a knife to cut yourself out. You do seem to have all of your like items on you. They haven't taken any of those from you.
That's good to know.
I have a couple questions. One is the captain just like hovering over us while we're checking these things, or
Well, it's kind of all happening at the same time. So like, right, I imagine that you all are listening for all these things while like Daisy Sirena has like been singing her siren song. You know, like this is kind of all happening at the same time. It's just we've had so many crashes, it's hard to keep track.
okay, another thing. Oh, that's useful. Another thing is, would the amount of wiggle room that we have be enough wiggle room to allow for the somatic components of a spell?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Perfect.
I like where this is going.
So, if I were to whisper the verbal components of a spell, do you think that it could be drowned out by the siren song?
This is a good question.
Interesting. So is
I'm
this while she's
thinking.
singing it?
I'm gonna say you get advantage on that, and it does work, and I'm gonna say because it's a distraction, you can roll with advantage.
Nice.
All right. Then I, the little level 1 warlock, am going to very sneakily cast Unseen Servant, which has verbal, somatic, and material components, but the material components are a bit of string and of wood, which we have in abundance right now.
Hang on. Are you using the string that's wrapped around your hands and the wood that you all are tied to?
It says a bit of string and of wood, so I think the amount of string and wood that is around us is too much to be consumed by this spell, but I imagine from the fact that it doesn't have a material cost, that it's one, not consumed by the spell, and two, even if it was, it could be satisfied by a little thread hanging off my garment and a splinter from the wood.
Okay, if you want to go with splinter and thread rather than inch of rope and inch of wood, I'm fine with that.
Go with inch of wood from my hand. says the frog. Out of character.
I'm trying to be
Not
sneaky
go with
here.
garment thread.
Does the frog also say ribbity? Like giggity, but ribbity?
I was gonna make a Family Guy joke a second ago, and I
throat
didn't.
is expanded.
I'm trying to. Okay, y'all, seriously.
Who else
do you
but
want to?
Toadfire? Sorry.
Okay, well, chat says 1 inch of wood, and it seems like everybody is saying 1 inch of string and 1 inch of wood. So, yeah, sure, I'm going to use the string that is surrounding us and the wood that we are tied to for my material component. This spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The servant springs into existence in an unoccupied space on the ground within range. It has AC 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 2. And it can't attack. If it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends.
So what is
Once
the
on
spell
each of my...
doing?
Huh?
What is the spell doing exactly?
Currently, it's just existing while also apparently conveniently freeing us from our binds. Am I getting this correctly?
Yeah, here's the thing. If you succeed, which technically you have to roll, so you might not, right?
I do not. I don't have to roll. This is a level 1 spell.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Then yeah, so he doesn't have to roll, so this just succeeds. What I'm going to say is because even though you haven't disappeared the wood that you're tied to, you have taken a piece of it from the bottom, which is unstabilized the pole enough to and tip it over, which I think conveniently provides a distraction and frees you all. So your hands are still bound, but you're not tied to the pole anymore.
Okay.
Chaos, I think, like ensues fairly quickly, as you hear like feet rush to you, and the captain goes, "Blimey, what is blimey something pirates say? That's British people, basically the same thing."
They were the first pirates, right? That's where they all came from.
It's fine. It's good.
While this is happening, I want to see if I can break my binds with my barbarian
Yeah,
strength.
go for it. Strength check.
I was gonna say I would also like to try. I have my knife. I would like to try to use it to undo my binds, I guess.
Yeah.
What would I
I rolled a
use that-
save.
What did you roll?
Rush
Sorry, I rolled a
4. So a pole falls over and feet scurry to you. You all are still blindfolded. And Rush goes, "Eh, eh, eh."
I can't get out. Ribbit.
I'm gonna say Rush with a 4. You feel like a harsh, calloused, kind of wet hand grab your hands by the ropes and kind of tug you up a bit. And you see, all of a sudden, you are like blinded by light as this blindfold is ripped off your face. And inches from you is this pirate, but it doesn't look like the creatures of the land that you have seen before. His face is dark and almost cloudy and swirling within his skin. And his eyes are like glowing red with anger. And you can feel that the weight of his grip as he like holds you is unnaturally dense and strong.
Do I
and he
I
goes-
think that he's the captain that she just tried to sing to?
You can look around and give me a perception. I'm gonna say here that like if you fail this, it's basically because your attention is just focused on this guy, whereas if you succeed, you actually have the like
20.
wherewithal to. look around.
Hey,
20
well-
and is this a nat 20?
Well, I rolled
or
a
just-
persuasion. I'm sorry, but it's the same. It's the same plus, so it doesn't matter.
Sorry,
Same.
while we're all doing this, one other thing I'd like to clarify. Are our hands tied in front of or behind us?
behind us, but I can't, if I do this, nothing happens. So I'm,
So the way I envisioned it was,
like-
here's the pole.
No, this
right?
is
And we're all,
important
like,
because you said that
against it.
the captain was in his face. I'm going.
I said there was
There's
a
a
crew
pirate.
member. I said there was someone in his face.
Oh, right. There's a crew member in his face. Anyways, since I haven't yet issued a command to my unseen servant, and they're able to perform simple tasks, would you count untying binds as a simple task?
No. I would say untie. I would say you can untie one person's binds, but I don't think they could get to all three in a 6-second turn.
That's
Cool.
fair.
I whisper to
Yeah.
untie
I'm
the
gonna
person
say that
who has the frog in their throat.
That's me.
No, you can't.
I still
whisper
don't know
to
what
him.
you look
He's
like.
You can't lean over and whisper to him. He's on his feet, and also you're still blindfolded.
Yeah.
No. The unseen servant.
Oh, the unseen servant. Okay, to untie the person with the frog and stuff. I don't think that's a great idea because he's being grabbed by one person from behind, and he's got another person in his face. So this is my gentle DM of being like, he is occupied-o.
Got it. Somehow I just phased out the person behind him. So I guess I will sort of shuffle backwards and have my servant untie my hands.
Yeah, that works. So
Before you go on to that, Gigi wanted to try and slide a hand out of her binds too, since it's all
Yeah, I
happening
wanted
at the
to
same
do that.
time.
I wanted to use my knife because I have two
Yeah,
knives.
go for it. You're just gonna. I'm not gonna make you roll an attack roll on stationary rope. You just succeed at doing that, especially because you don't have to sleight of hand it now.
Okay.
You don't have to sleight of hand it because these guys are properly occupied by the falling pole and distracted. They're not watching you anymore.
And now they have a
Got
frog
it.
in their hands.
And now they have a frog in their hands. So while you're cutting yourself out, the 20 that you rolled, I'm going to say that like you take a second to look around and you notice that you can see what looks to be a lot more normal of a person. Not this kind of like dark, swirly, heavy entity in front of you. And he is wearing an eye patch and a giant hat and a big old feather. And you can assume that that person is the captain, and he's standing, I would say, about 10 feet from you.
Okay.
You also get, you can feel that there's someone behind you kind of holding you by your tied hands, and then there's another person in front of you. You imagine that these are the crew members that you heard walking around with the echoing footsteps.
Okay.
And with the like unnaturally echoey footsteps. And as you look around the ship, you notice that the like chunk of ship and wood that you all are standing on seems fairly normal. But as you look kind of beyond the ship, it is this similar like while it's still like wood grain texture and you can still see things clearly, it looks swirly, almost like it's this like invisible wall that is hiding smoke behind it. And so the area around you're like beside the immediate space around you is this like disorienting, swirling, almost a mirage of a ship. And if you try to focus on any part too firmly, you start to get like dizzy and
So
nauseous.
it feels
this is my way
ethereal,
of saying
is what you're saying?
that.
Does it feel ethereal? Is what you're saying? Like ghostly?
It feels ghostly. It definitely feels unnatural.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems solid from what you can tell, but it definitely seems like possibly otherworldly.
Okay.
Meta DM's way of saying that if you are going to move outside of this range of like either combat or etc., you're going to be rolling at a disadvantage because you're feeling nauseous, unless you've got feats that can allow you to move through difficult terrain like normal.
And she didn't give us any level 1 feats, so that's out of the question.
All right.
So for like both our people in chat and also like for context, the reason I didn't want to give you any feats this time is so you can see the type of stuff I pull and you can inform what feats you're gonna select based off of my DMing style.
I always take tough, so it doesn't matter. I like those extra HP. That's just how I roll. Daddy don't like to die.
Yeah, not dying is a great thing.
Yes.
I disagree, but it's fun.
Of course, as a DM, you say that. Before we do anything else, Daisy, is there anything that you want to do?
I would like to try and convince someone to untie me.
You don't want to just untie yourself?
I mean, I guess I do have a rapier and a longsword and stuff that I could just use.
You're going
we
I was
have
going to
our
say, you're going
weapons
about
on us?
So
You're going
long
about
ago,
the
I
hard way.
forget.
I mean, I could also do it since I heard her
No, it's at
singing
the same.
earlier.
It's at the same time. So this is a reaction
Oh,
while
okay.
we're doing everything else. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just use my rapier or longsword and just cut myself free real quick.
Yeah, sounds good. I say like you kind of like maneuver your hands awkwardly to like, start like rubbing against
Yeah.
one of your sword edges to try to cut through the rope. And it's simple, basic rope. I'm not making you roll an attack against rope.
That,
Moranic, I don't think songs work that way.
I wish they did. Someone
I
can
don't know.
convince
I think
me.
we're gonna make her
Cinnamon
sing a lot of
Toast Crunch.
songs during this whole campaign for the next 6 or 7 sessions, however many it takes.
That was my goal.
It's perfect.
I wanted us to basically be a music stream.
So Rags, the rest of you are free. Rags is being like
Rash.
like held
Rash.
up and interrogated
Rash.
by
Rash.
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 You're right.
It's a mixture
not Rags.
of rags,
Sorry.
mags, and rash.
Yeah, she did.
Yes.
That's funny.
Rash is being like held by one guy, interrogated by the other guy. They are not happy with you. I'm gonna say the captain, kind of from where he's standing about 10 feet back, looks over you and goes, I suspect that it be none other than these scallywags before us who have taken what rightfully belongs to us. They thought they could outsmart us, but they underestimate the cunning of a pirate. And you hear like a echoing arg of agreement as the person holding behind you kind of like shakes you a little bit.
I respond as such. I don't even know what you're referring to. Ribbit! I can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago. Ribbit!
Would you roll me a persuasion if you are here's the thing. If you're
I'm not trying to
deceive
persuade-
or intimidate them,
No, I'm not
you're trying to persuade.
No, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just
Okay.
telling him what I know.
Got it. Okay.
Because
well,
I don't remember what happened.
No, that's true, but the pirate captain just goes, I don't believe you. Like,
All right,
if
you know what?
want
I
to
will try it.
convince
You know
this
what?
guy that you actually don't know what's going on, you're
For
going
the
to
first
have to,
time in my
like,
life, I actually get to do a persuasion, and I'm not playing my paladin with all of my charisma. God damn it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to just try to intimidate him, because that's what I would do in my character.
I
Yeah.
think that makes sense. I think the barbarian frog would
I rolled a 14.
intimidation. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna say with that while you don't intimidate the captain, the guy holding you back, does seem a little like, I don't want to say scared. You can't necessarily see if he's scared, but you feel his grip loosen a little bit. So if you want to try to dex or strength your way out of the ropes you're in,
I'll try again.
Yeah. While he's trying to dex and strength his way out of the ropes, you all are freed. What action
13.
do you want to do? And fair warning, you are fairly close to me saying we are in initiative for our first combat. Unless someone wants to take like a pretty strong action to calm the situation down, we are escalating towards an encounter.
Is that like an attack, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's her going
Okay.
from screen to screen is this, and this is her attack. I rolled a 13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can get out of the ropes with it was a DC 5, so like
I figured I was gonna get out of that one. Before that happened, before I did that, am I allowed to say anything to intimidate the guy behind me? So I say to the guy behind me, "Ribbit, you wouldn't like me when I'm mad, Ribbit."
I love it.
Is there anywhere for me to hide?
No.
In this? No, it's all very open. Okay.
It's very open, yeah. Your kind of current options here, like conceptually, are you can keep trying to talk to them. It seems like these crew members might be a little bit more susceptible than the captain to either like persuasion or just talking, or deception or intimidation. You can also try to get off the ship, right? Especially some of you that are fairly strong swimmers, at the mermaid and frog. Like jumping into the waters is not a bad option for you. You can also try to just kill them all. You can also you can also try to like make your way deeper into the ship. There you are on the like poop deck. I don't know if that's the right word, but like you're on the top level of the ship. There's a kind of like, you know, door and cabiny area that you can run into and try to make your way deeper into the ship. Or you can do something that I haven't said. But those are just kind of some conceptual options.
I would like to intimidate one of the crew members near me, not the captain, but just one of the crew members. So I'd like to roll intimidation.
What do you say? Before you roll, what do you say?
Oh, sorry. I say, you know, you better tell me what's going on or you're going to regret it.
Okay.
And
Intimidation.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, yeah, that's a pass. He looks at you and like looks you up and down and like takes a moment to evaluate, and he goes, I'm trying to think about what pirates say.
That was
Yarr.
That was good though.
Darn.
Sorry.
Like me hearty, shiver me timbers. I don't want no trouble. It's one of you folks that stole our shipment from us. We were supposed to be meeting up with the crew and we were supposed to be exchanging some goods and you all intercepted the crew we were supposed to be meeting up with. This is all your fault.
Okay. So I take out my knife and I kind of put it up against his throat and I'm like, okay, like kind of back up.
Uh-oh.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say actually with that, as you like put the knife up to his throat, he feels scared enough that he looks at you, blinks his eyes, and melts into a cloud of black smoke that just spreads over the deck of the ship.
Oh.
What the hell
What?
just happened?
But only I gotta point this out. No,
What the hell was that?
Everybody's free, right?
Yeah.
But she did that
Yeah.
blindfolded?
No, I imagine that the first thing y'all
I
did.
figured
was
they would, but no one
unhide
else said they
yourself
took
from
off their
everyone.
blindfold when they got free.
my bad.
Honestly, with the 18 intimidation roll, I'm gonna say she is blindfolded, and that's why this guy was so fucking scared.
I just did it because I could tell where he was. Yeah, there you go.
I was just making sure that we all know that we're blindfolded, and I'm the only one that actually saw that happen.
Okay, and now I take off my blindfold.
Now you take off your blindfold.
But I didn't see it happen, so someone has to tell me what just happened. I'm gonna say, where did he go?
Yeah,
Where
you're like,
did he
oh
go?
shit, did I kill him? Have I been talking to air this whole time? Who knows?
Yeah,
I go-
what just happened?
I say out loud,
Daisy is Sirena, I think it is your turn in this kind of like order.
Yeah.
You have unblindfolded yourself.
Okay.
Is there something you
So I think so we're close to getting into a skirmish, right?
Yeah, unless someone can kind of settle some stuff down and like de-escalate, on this next turn, Captain's gonna start initiative. Which, by the way, because this is session 1, I'm like telling you guys meta, but normally it would just happen. I would just say roll initiative. We are in combat.
Okay, so can I sing another siren song that forces the crew to turn on themselves and start fighting each other while I make a break for the side of the boat and dive in?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so what do I need to roll?
I'm gonna say, performance again is fine. Persuasion would also work. I think they're both charisma rolls, so it doesn't really matter which one you use.
And they're both +4 for me.
Yeah.
So, performance. Got a 10.
Are you being actively
No,
succubus?
she is not attached to me.
Nope, she's got her fake nipple.
So,
Yeah, she got a
you've
fake
got an
one.
advantage. So roll.
All right, 16.
Okay, that's much better. A side note, I need to find a better verb than succubus. But
I mean, that's what I've been
hilarious.
calling her. I've also been calling her my little succubus.
Oh, you
No,
should totally keep saying that. It's hilarious.
Or
okay,
suck my bust.
sing me. I'm gonna say at a 16. These crew members are fairly easy to intimidate and persuade. Sing me your siren song.
Okay, I think of back off, scurvy, leave me be. Face your own crew, not fish like me.
All right.
She's keeping it to 2
three
lines. I like it.
remaining.
Yeah.
I like the 2 lines. The 3 remaining kind of like pause and stand up a little straighter, and they look at you for as you're singing, and your attention is drawing them in. And then as the song fades, they look at each other in that like Spider-Man meme, where they're all pointing. And you see them like each pull out a scabbard sword that looks old and rusted, and like some of them are chipped and metallic. They definitely don't like new, or like anyone would be using them if they were active pirates. And they start going at each other, right? Like one guy lunges and the other ducks as someone else takes a swing. And they are happily fighting themselves. You comfortably get to the edge of the ship and dive off into the water. I'm not going to say that on this turn you can really see or get your bearings here. This was kind of like just the dive off.
Yeah, you got to move.
Like,
You got
over.
an action and a move action, and that was it.
Yeah, you got an action and move action. That's, yep. And I'm going to say with this, the captain also seems like shocked and surprised and thrown off for the first time here. And he looks around at all of you and goes, mark me words, this isn't over. You can't just steal my cargo and get away with it. Ye be damned to the depths of Davy Jones. And he backs away slowly until his back kind of hits the like cabin area of the ship, and he melts into the background. And the 3 of you are not alone, but unaccosted on the surface of this ship. It does not take long for the 3 of these shadow pirates to finish each other off and turn into this black smoke that just kind of seeps, that like falls down and seeps into the floorboards of the ship. And that is your kind of like wrapped first encounter.
Oh man, I wanted to swing something.
Don't worry, there will be more opportunities. What we're going to do, because we're hitting just about our time, y'all are going to do a little bit of character roleplay stuff. figure out what you want to do next, and that's where we're going to wrap our session.
Well, remind me not to get on her bad side. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Sirena, you have, you know, it's enough move actions later that you've popped out of the water and can kind of see that things have calmed down on the ship. So you are involved in this conversation. You're not like just stuck.
But we're yelling over the side of the poop deck.
No,
mermaid. Can see pretty comfortably her bobbing in the water.
Oh no, yes.
It reconnected itself that time for once.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's
good.
fine.
Well, wait, so I have fog cloud, which controls air and water, so can't I just, like, make a little wave that, like, lifts me up and I'm looking over the side?
That's fine with me. I don't mind that.
Okay.
I would
so I'm
like
looking
to.
over the side of the boat.
I would like to talk to her in Triton, and say, "Thank you so much for saving us." And yeah.
And then running away.
You're welcome, elf.
Well, this is a fascinating conundrum we found ourselves in. Does anybody know what the hell is going on?
I gotta be
I do
honest with you.
not.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't remember the last 24 hours. Ribbit.
I don't know, pirates are
Exciting.
greedy bastards.
So no one remembers what just happened or how we got on this ship.
Not a thing.
Nope. Not me.
Is it-
Ribbit.
And
They
I
must
can't.
have drugged us with something.
Yeah. Or maybe we just had a little bit too much rum. I mean, we are on a pirate ship, right?
This is quite possible.
Yeah.
But
that
I know
wouldn't
how
explain.
to hold my
That wouldn't
liquor.
explain, Ribbit, why they tied us up. Ribbit.
I send a mental command to Gus, my unseen servant, to help brush me off from all the excitement. Yeah, he's Gus of Wind.
He
The
sure
last
is
thing I
handy.
remember. The last thing I remember was I was meeting a suitor, and then I ended up on this ship. I don't know how. It might have been one of the crewmen. I don't know.
You're into Ghost? Maybe? Ribbit?
I
Are they
don't
ghost?
know.
When I woke up, I just thought I had a little too much of the good stuff. Really easy to do at this size.
Mentally, that wasn't to you, Mayhem. That was to them. I was asking them if they knew that they were ghosts. Because I don't know.
I don't know.
I did find out from one of the crew members that we apparently were interrupting a shipment of cargo, is what they told me.
I probably should have asked this earlier, but would I be able to tell from an Arcana roll if they were ghosts or not?
I wanted to do that earlier, too.
Yeah, so I'm not going to answer that before you roll, right? Roll me
Okay.
the Arcana, and I'll tell you what you know.
I want to know
Okay.
I want to know if there's a dead body left over from them killing each other.
You
I am
can't
rolling
see a dead body.
Arcana.
They've disintegrated into smoke, but you
That's a
can roll
24.
to see if like there's something beyond.
Answer his question.
What
Sorry.
was it? What did you roll?
24.
24.
Oh shit. Y'all gotta stop rolling high on my like lore reasons. Like you gotta give me some secrets.
You can blame Daisy and Gigi for that. They rolled nat 20s on their first roll.
I
Yeah, but I
know.
didn't even get to use it.
It doesn't matter. You set
Yeah, I
the
was
you,
gonna say.
you set the precedence with the nat 20 off the bat.
No. So Glim, you're fairly familiar with the idea of like spirits from your time in Skull Cave or Skull Rock.
And my
You're
interesting
used to,
warlock
like,
pact.
Yeah. You're used to like the lingering souls of the dead, right? So you're familiar with a ghost in the typical sense. This does not feel like that. This feels like an infusion of like ethereal energy into the body of a living person. And so these people aren't like ghosts in the sense, but they're also not corporeal. And you're recognizing kind of from your in-tunedness with magic and maybe some echoing voices in your head that are coming from unknown places, that these are people or creatures of this land that have been corrupted by the disintegrating of the magic around them. That magic needs to go somewhere, and this magic chose its hosts.
All right, then I will say, those weren't ghosts. Those were, I'll say, etherealized people. Strange phenomenon. I don't think I've seen it before, but unmistakable quality, that is.
Are you familiar with ghosts? How would one know if it was a ghost or not?
Have you ever watched Scooby-Doo?
I will take this moment to dramatically show off my Pact of the Chain skeleton.
Oh.
Just describe your Pact of the Chain skeleton, my love.
It is... Well, you see, that would be hard because I don't actually have a stat block for it. But it basically looks like a human skeleton with, I'm going to say it has a pirate bandana on it because
Yes.
Of course it does.
So it's our friend Skelly from Ni no Kuni, is what
Yes.
you're telling me?
Yes, I was gonna call him Skelly. And
Steven has just made a reference to an obscure video game.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have no idea what he's
not to be confused with Scully from a much more mainstream video game.
Is that the guy from Undertale?
Scully is from Hades. Skelly is from Ni no Kuni.
Okay.
Well, I've heard of Hades. Look, I've heard of something.
Moving on. This gnome, you have just asked this gnome, oh, are you familiar with ghosts? And he goes, behold, my undead monster of creation living skeleton.
Can I walk up to the skeleton and give him a fist bump?
I'm fine with that.
I just want to see if he does it. I walk over, I go,
I don't think he's smart enough to know to do it if you just hold your fist out, so you're gonna have to, guide his, hand up.
What he does is he sees your fist, and he just kind of moves his head forward into it and, bonks you.
so like that?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Well, I guess I don't think I've ever seen something like this before, so I'm just amazed at what it is. The whole thing is just
He rattles in a manner that is confused.
yes, I'm like, what in the shit is going on?
So to answer your question, this gnome has a reanimated skeleton, so he's fairly familiar with ghosts.
Noted. Well, if it wasn't a ghost, then what was that? Because that was not human. I could tell just by putting my knife up against its neck.
Whatever they are, they're easy to manipulate through the mind.
Or through song, apparently.
Horrifying.
It's been a long time since I've heard Siren Song. You're quite
you've
good
heard
at that.
siren songs?
It's been a long time. I was a little girl, but I knew someone of your race.
Intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
We usually don't befriend elves.
While we're talking here, I'm going to send Skelly off. Actually, wait. I should probably check to see. I think it said that my familiar has the intelligence of a beast, which.
It's like a 3 or 4 at the most.
Yeah, something like that.
See, if I told him to go look around the ship for no, fair enough.
We're just chatting, apparently.
Denied.
Yeah, is there anything else going on while we're talking?
No, things have calmed down. All of the like remaining kind of melted ghost gas has like sunk its way into the floorboards of the ship and is no longer present. You notice as you kind of move around the ship that the stability, right, of the world around you kind of moves with you. And so, as you get closer to something, it becomes more corporeal. As you get farther away, it becomes more of this like shifting mirage.
Can we see anything out on the horizon? Or do we just see water?
No, it's just water. In the distance, you can see some splashes. Cannibal Cove is kind of it's fairly active, right? This is mermaids in the water and pirate ships and and sea creatures, and so it's still fairly active out in the distance. In the immediate like realm directly around you, you don't notice anything. That's probably just because the like natural life there had been scared off by the kerfuffle.
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 So what you're saying is we're stuck on the ship.
Seems fairly, yeah, huh?
So what you're saying is we're kind of stuck on the ship, unless we want to swim.
Well, you can jump into the water. One of you can get up to try to like pilot the ship to get back closer to the water. You could sail around the island. You could. There's like a couple like paths for you guys to start exploring.
Oh, so you're
Does
saying?
anyone here know how to navigate a ship?
I don't need such things as ships. I can just swim, but I'd be happy to help lead you guys where you need to go. Where do you need to go?
Well, if you can guide me, I can try to steer it.
I think we're just all trying to find
That's a good
land.
question. Where the hell are we?
Exactly. I agree with him. Ribbit.
I'm not gonna make you roll a perception for that. You like, now that you're not in combat, you take a second to like look around you, and you're maybe 500 feet from the shore of Cannibal Cove. You all are familiar with this area to some extent. Probably Sirena and Briar are more familiar with Briar's time with the pirates and Sirena's like general existence being in the water. But this is a very like familiar place to you all. However, it doesn't look good, but none of your world looks good right now. The cliffs that you are familiar with, parts of them look just as vibrant and green and beautiful as they always have, and parts of them are rotting and covered with molding vines and flowers. Parts are filled with beautiful sandy beaches and colorful smooth pebbles and seashells, and other parts are jagged rocks that look like they've crumbled from the cliffside and buried everything beneath it. There's chunks missing out of the shoreline. You know, typically this cove is a beautiful crescent moon that kind of curves around. The island curves and allows for a very narrow stream in and out, but it looks like almost bites have been taken out of the shoreline and are lifted into the sky, occasionally dropping rocks and sand in inconsistent patterns that like crash into the water or the cliff sides
It's like
or the
Breath of the
shore
Wild.
around you. Yeah.
I think more like Tears of the Kingdom with
Yep.
all the stuff that's falling.
That's the one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, you mismatched a lot. If you want to follow me, I will swim ahead and lead you. The shore's just that way. I know my way around.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the water anyway.
Any chance I can hitch a ride? Skelly's not so great for the swimming.
Can't you just ride on the ship with the elf?
I'm gonna just.
Yeah,
steer
I'm
the
only hopping
ship.
in. I'm gonna explain this out of character. I'm just hopping in the water because I need to stay wet at least every hour, or I take a level of disadvantage. So
Isn't salt water bad for frogs?
It doesn't say which kind of water. It just says I have to stay wet.
You have to pick right now, and it's going to be a problem.
God damn it!
Right? Either it's salt water for the campaign or fresh water for the campaign. You gotta pick.
God, it's gonna be freshwater inside the cove somewhere, and it's gonna be saltwater outside the cove. So either way, I'm fucked.
I'm pretty sure frogs don't like.
Don't forget,
saltwater.
there's a whole island, as like there's the whole of the actual Nevermore place.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of freshwater bodies towards the interior.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is how she gets you.
I should have said nothing. She would have figured it out sooner or later. All right, you know what? Let's just have fun. I'll go with salt.
Okay. So for now, you
Saltwater
jump
frog.
into water.
Yep.
Biatch.
You are refreshed.
I would like to say that I like to think ahead. So I do have a flask, and I go ahead and put it into the salt water to make sure that I have that for later, since apparently I'm going to be walking around with this crazy frog. I don't want him to just croak, so.
Okay, has he told
was
you
good.
that this is... Oh, croak, that
no.
was funny.
See, I'm very observant, though, as a character, so I figure he has to stay wet. So if he's doing that, then
Okay.
there must be a reason for it. So I just kind of
I will give that to
instinctively.
you hesitantly.
Okay.
Can you give this to me even more hesitantly? Is there still some of that ethereal gunk floating about? Because I have a bottle full of ink that I think I would rather have full of whatever the heck that is.
Oh.
I'm gonna give you my favorite answer. Sure, you can try.
Oh boy. What's it gonna cost me?
I swear to God, we've only done this for like 4 hours in total, maybe 5 now. Yeah, 5 hours in total. And I've heard you say, you can try at least 20 times.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get close to some of this fog enough to try to scoop it into a bottle. What do I need you to roll me? Convince me what you're gonna roll me.
Nothing, because you love me so much.
Unconvincing. Try again.
Clearly this is a magical phenomenon, so it should be handled by my skill in the arcane.
Okay, you're gonna give me 2 checks. You're gonna give me an arcane check, and then depending on how that goes, I'll tell you if you need to give me another check.
Okay,
Go for it.
rolling arcana. That is a 16.
Okay, fantastic. Roll me a dex.
A dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Where are my saving throws? Oh, ability saves and senses. Dexterity saving throw. That's a 12.
Yeah. Here's what I will bargain with you. You can succeed at a cost, or you can fail and be alive.
Wow.
Don't worry. It's not actually gonna mostly kill you, but it's gonna hurt.
I'm going to fail and be alive, I think. I like living.
So
Not
here's what
living
happened.
Not living is for my friends Skelly and Gus.
So here's what happens. You move closer to the edge of the ship where you kind of see this this ethereal movement underneath the surface of the planks. And you keep your vision focused off in the distance so that way it doesn't solidify as you get close to it. You dump out your bottle of ink and carefully make sure you're holding this bottle by the edge as you dip it into the side of the ship. The bottle fills with this like ethereal smoke that starts to solidify inside of the glass. And then slowly you notice the walls of this very thin glass bottle start to become smoke itself. And as it touches the part of the bottle that you're holding, you can feel it start to merge with your hand, and you feel this forceful entity try to shove its way into your mind and choose you as its new host. You very intelligently drop the bottle, and it melts into the ship.
Criminy! I've already got enough voices in my head. I don't need one more.
What happened?
Well, I tried to take a sample of this gobbledygook gunk, and, it tried to take a sample of me, so I am now down 1 bottle of ink.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're okay, I guess.
I'm
My
gonna
little
say
succubus
let's
just dropped a bottle of ink if you want some of that.
For those that don't get the joke that are watching, that means my kid just took a shit.
And we're saving it for Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks so happy now, though. Look at her.
I'll change the paper. I don't care.
as punctuated by our beautiful octopi. Let's wrap up this now. It sounds like you all are navigating to the shore of Cannibal Cove, and let's wrap up that navigation, and then we'll start next session with you guys on the cove. I think I am going to need a roll. I'm going to need a roll from who's ever piloting the ship, but I will give you advantage because you've got a guide, and also, if I'm remembering your backstory correctly, you grew up around pirates, yeah?
We can say that, yeah. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your captors were, yeah.
Yeah. So would it be like athletics or something? Like what would it be that I would be?
So normally there is a like official like navigation roll or like a shipbuilding roll or ship navigation roll if that's like kind of what you're playing in. For this one, I'm just gonna set it as a check, right? Yes or no. And I'm gonna say that that's a DC 15. It's not particularly difficult. If you have above average skill, you should be able to get there. You can add your dexterity modifier, to what you roll. So just give me a straight D20 and then add your dex modifier and roll your D20 twice and take the higher number because you've got advantage because of Sirena's navigation.
I got it. So the D20.
What does that mean?
The D20 is down on the bottom, like in the bottom corner. It's the one that looks like the actual dice. Just click on it.
The initiative?
No, on the bottom left corner. It's the one that looks like a dice. In the corner.
The little red circle.
The little red dice.
Sorry.
Yeah. Red, whatever color it is.
D20!
There you go.
Okay.
Just roll it twice.
Did I roll it?
All right, so you got to click on it, and then hit
Okay.
roll to everyone.
Oh. Thank you. Oh, God!
Remember, you get another one, so do it again.
You get another one.
Wow, 2. Great. 17!
Nice. And then
There you go.
your dex modifier is up there. It's where it probably says +4. So you have strength, dex, con, int, wisdom, and charisma. Whatever the plus
So
says is what you add.
Okay, so Dex is +2.
Yep. So you roll 19.
19.
Okay. With a 19, you are able to successfully navigate the ship to one of the creches of the cove, and you're able to dock it functionally. It's not well. In order to kind of get an anchor down, you'd have to like actually start exploring the ship or interacting with this ether bit, and from Glim's details, that is not something you want to do. So you're able to kind of bury it into the sand enough to get it stopped, but not enough to like functionally use this ship in the future. Meta, I'm not giving you a pirate ship session 1.
Not first campaign, right?
Dang it!
Now, I have a
you-
very important question.
Yeah.
Does it take long enough to get to shore that it constitutes a short rest? Sad.
No, I'm gonna say it maybe takes 30 minutes at most. Not even. You're not that far away. You're too far away for non-swimming people to comfortably swim, but you're not that far.
Okay.
Isn't a short rest? Is a short rest 30 minutes or an hour?
Hour, at minimum.
Hour. Sad.
Yeah.
You trying?
Ooh,
I really
got,
did.
I got one for that too.
So yeah, you all have made it to Cannibal Cove, and as you land and get out on the shore, and you're not looking at it from a distance anymore, the immediate beach surrounding you is littered with what looks to be the remnants of a battle. You see unconscious people, boxes, barrels that have been smashed open, weapons that are strewn about, plenty of like destroyed wildlife and sea life that has been kicked up everywhere. It is a wreck of an aftermath of a fairly intense battle on this cove. And you hear, coming from one of the barrels that is like buried between some crushed boxes and dead bodies, you hear just the slightest, softest noise of a like little tinkling bell. And that is where we will end our session today.
Dun, dun, dun.
Damn.
Interesting. Okay.
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 Nice.
No, it's very intriguing. The setting is so it's just, you do such a good job of describing things. I can actually see it. It's really cool.
Can we get claps in chat for Mayhem? Because
yeah, all the claps in chat. It's so cool, like truly. So good job.
I am so glad you all are enjoying it. I cannot wait for more of this campaign. I'm so excited, and thank you guys for allowing me to be your DM through this big story. Yeah,
Thank you for
I'm
wanting
excited.
to be the DM. You're so
Yes,
good.
thank
You should let them thank you for fitting
Yeah,
us into your
seriously.
DM schedule.
seriously.
I wish I would have known.
Thank you.
Guys.
I mean, I knew you were a nerd, but I didn't know you were this nerdy. You should have told me like years ago.
I didn't know you were this nerdy. But hang on, how did you not
Wait.
know I was this nerdy? You raised me. You started this.
I didn't start this because I didn't start playing this until you were in college, which is probably when you started
Nice.
playing too.
That's also when I started playing
Son
too.
of a
Yeah.
biscuit.
Well, chat. Did we do okay considering? I feel like me and Daisy
No, you
did
guys
okay,
are great,
right?
especially our new players, especially
Yeah.
especially our little octopus.
The octopus
She's
is
like,
the
she's
best.
Going
the
crazy
best.
right now.
Yes.
We did a great job, guys. Like,
Yay.
No,
And-
don't you get fussy.
Aaron, this was a wonderful first session. You did
Yeah,
an amazing
okay.
job.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
did
Good job,
awesome.
kid.
Even with
Thank
all the
you.
crashes.
Yeah,
With all
sorry
the
guys
crashes.
about all the Twitch or the OBS crashes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Maybe it was like
Okay,
seems like
looks we've got
updating it helps,
fixed, and
though.
next time we will be good.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
update helped a little bit. It just had that little kerfuffle. Kerfuffle.
Yeah, we'll tweak some settings and test it out a little bit better till then.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think it's just fun though. So.
But thanks for sticking with us.
Yes. Everybody that's stuck in.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what keeps happening.
I also
We'll
have
post
a.
I'm
a
excited.
video.
I also have a water skin. I filled that up, by the way. I looked at my inventory.
Oh sure, yeah, retconning this water skin. Got it.
I know it's in there. I didn't add it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cheat. Like I looked. I was like,
Is it
oh.
is it salt water or fresh water? Because we've learned that's important.
It didn't say anything was in the water skin. So I just filled it up. with...
Okay, you just want an empty water skin. I'm fine with that.
No, I'm telling you, I filled it up before I got out of the water.
Oh, okay, you filled it up with salt water. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I checked too.
I'll give you that.
I was like, oh, I do have a water skin. Nice. I'm gonna take
Love that.
Now we got
Wonder if I
two.
can find a
That
little
means 2 whole
octopus
days. I don't have to
costume.
die.
I love that. While we have people on, well, not chat online, but you guys online, let's plan for next session. Do we want to do this once a month, once every other week? Octopus runs our schedule, so really, Daisy, it's up to you.
Oh no, like this, the time of day is fine for, like, obviously I managed to still feed and not have my tit show up on camera, so no terms of service avoided.
She won't. We can't. I don't know if we can do Thursdays though.
Look, I'm not gonna run that type of D&D campaign. That's
You know,
We don't. I don't know if she can do Thursdays though, because she'll have dodgeball in 2 weeks. So we'll have
Yeah.
to switch the day.
Yeah, and you can't do Fridays, right? Because you have a different
I can-
D&D.
I mean, I can. We just have to end like now, so I can get to the other one.
I can't do Wednesdays.
I think honest, like being perfectly honest, if we can start around the time we all hopped on, closer to like 6:30, we could comfortably end by 8. That would be fine with me. Because I'm really trying to keep this to like an hour to an hour and a half. I want this to be genuinely. I want this to be fast-paced, listenable. NADPod. We're gonna be the next NADPod. So
I like it.
And this is my cat. She is now eating my hair
I would
because
say
it's food time,
she's-
and I haven't fed her.
She's literally eating your hair. Like, actually.
Honestly, she's been very patient. Normally, she loses her little kitty mind about a half hour before food time, and here she is eating hair about a half hour after food time.
oh my
Wow.
god.
This is hilarious.
Okay. Do we want to plan?
I would
for-
say Fridays are fine then.
Yeah, that might be better for me, just because, like, I don't have to worry about, like, with school and then the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on which Friday, because sometimes we have things on Fridays. But if we plan long enough in advance, I should be able to say yay or nay to like what's upcoming.
Do we want to do it every 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
All of our Fridays in November are currently open.
Yes.
Except next Friday because your mom's showing up. So
Yeah. Yeah, yours.
yeah, your mom, not his mom.
Do we want to do, the 15th?
Yeah, I was gonna say either the 5th or the 8th or the 15th were good.
Yeah, that should be fine. We're not driving then, so yeah, that should work just fine.
I'm fine for either.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I'm good with either.
Then let's
I'm
do it
fine with
earlier. We want to get
Okay.
to the
It's
story.
fine.
Yeah, we can do the 8th.
Perfect.
8th?
Friday the 8th.
Eight should also be fine for us.
8th around 6:30.
Yep,
Yep.
sounds good.
Perfect.
Good for me. Is it good for you, little succubus?
Everybody give it up for our cat, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Heck yes.
Yeah.
the real star of the campaign,
I've
clearly.
seen so much cinnamon toast crust butthole tonight. It's been fun.
I know, right?
Yeah, and meanwhile, Hendrix is being a good kitty.
Aw,
Can't even see it in the
hi,
bed.
Yeah.
Hendrix.
Good
So
boy.
Okay, say hi, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's your
Aw,
cousin
hi.
kitty.
She's like, it's food time now.
That's your cousin
Feed me.
kitty.
So cute.
Or Link's my cousin.
Adorable.
All right, are we gonna raid someone or are we just ending?
I was gonna raid Tizar. Well, we can keep talking if we need to talk about anything else. I'll do that while you guys are.
Oh, I'm bringing you a stinky diaper.
I'm
towards the end.
headed out. I'm logging off. It is kitty food time and Aaron bedtime. So
It is. Yeah, it
Alright.
is. It is almost past your
That's
bedtime.
getting late.
All right, cool. Good first session, guys.
Yeah, great first sesh.
Yeah,
awesome
it's
first
fun.
session. This was fantastic.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love
Bye.
you.
Night. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Love y'all.
Alright, bye.
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 Okay, Twitch. Go give Tizar some love. Tell him I said hi. Because I have to go change a diaper. Bye, y'all.